Gusto mo bang graduate na wala kang binabayarang tuition fee? Yes, yan ang sikreto ni MVP, ang isa sa pinakamayamang tao sa buong Pilipinas. Kung paano niya nagawa yan, let us watch this video.
Videos that will make you wealthy and debt-free.
Hi there, this is Chinky Tan, your pambansang wealth coach. Maraming salamat sa pag-tune in sa episode na ito. Ay, nako, napakaganda po ng episode natin na ito. We're going to feature the interview of MVP. Si MVP po, si Manny V. Pangilinan, ang boss po ng TV5, PLDT, and right now 1PH. Also, he's my boss. I work directly for him. And right now, yun nga, nakwento po niya kung paano siya naging isang bilyonaryo by becoming a scholar. Kung paano nangyari yun, let's watch this.
So, all throughout my academic life, from elementary to the MBA in Wharton, I was on scholarship. So, my parents did not pay for my education, except for the baon and the books and all that.
Because hindi kaya ng pamilya.
It helped. Kasi sometimes they portray me as poor. Sabi sa akin ni Chris Aquino, hindi ka naman pura. Sabi, hindi naman. Poor in that sense, right? So, but we may do with what we have. 2 dishes on the table at night. Birthdays was
Modest. We'd say modest.
But I took the jeep. I took the bus. Even while I was in the nakikisakay ako. And did I get envious and jealous? Sometimes. But you know, I accepted our fate because my cousins were well off. Meron silang mga kotse, mga drivers, gano'n.
Ayun pala mga friendship, buong pag-aaral po ni MVP, elementary hanggang siya po ay nag-college sa scholar, walang binayad. Oo, yun nga, simple lang naman daw ang pamumuhay nila. At the same time, walang masyadong luho, di ba? At yun nga, hindi naman sila mahirap na mahirap. Pero yun nga, si MVP pala nag-jeep, nag-bus din pala at wala rin talagang sasakyan. Nangyari rin naman sa akin yun. I'm sure sa iyo nangyari rin yun na nainggit ka sa mga taong meron. Ako, ganun din naman ako. Nung wala akong bike, nainggit ako sa mga taong may bike. Wala akong sasakyan, nainggit rin ako sa mga taong may sasakyan. Siguro, nature na talaga natin yan. Pero yun nga, ginamit natin, di ba? At saka ni MVP bilang isang inspirasyon, di ba? Kaya nga, para siya ay maging successful. Pero ito yung tanong, anong ginawa niya? Anong diskarte niya para ipagpatuloy niya ang kanyang pangarap?
Did quickly now, wala kaming pera for that kind of education. So hanap ng means. So happened that during that year, Procter & Gamble, P&G, had these annual scholarships that rotated in each of the countries they operated.
And it was
And that year, in 1966, it fell on the Philippines. So I said, well, okay, I'll take it because it's an opportunity. But I keep telling the young folks, that was a mistake.
Why?
Because you're fresh from college. Wala kang kamuangwang sa negosyo. And when I did my sums, when the courses I took in Wharton, they were very interesting. Wharton's a great school. But I was doing merger accounting. I could do the numbers. I had no exposure to business and the realities of business. So what did those numbers mean in the real world?
If it was a mistake, you turned out, hello, look at you.
But the real practical reality experience was started with FINMA, then in Bangkok International in Hong Kong, and then First Pacific. That's where you get exposed.
Yun pala, grabe, no? So, in other words, ang diskarte pala niya, nagkaroon sila ng opportunity na ma-offeran ng scholarship sa Wharton. Pero pinagsisihan pala niya. Kasi nga, nagkaroon siya ng head knowledge pero wala siyang experience. Ito na ito na yung greatest contention talaga, no? Diploma, diskarte. Ito, sinagot na rin talaga ni MVP. Sinabi niya kailangan siguro, yun nga, based on his information, kailangan both Pinagsisihan niya, dapat pumasok muna siya sa trabaho bago niya kunin yung edukasyon ng higher education para meron na siyang application, meron na siyang diskarte na na-experience. Pero yun nga, head knowledge lang pero wala siyang masyadong alam. Pero hindi lang panay pwedeng diskarte rin. Panay diskarte pero wala ka namang alam. Kaya kailangan balanse talaga, no? And yours truly also, I too believe also in a balanced thing, no? You need to have the right information, you have to have the right action. Yours truly never finished a college degree but I learned and I still am learning up to right now. Nag-aaral pa rin ako. Never stop ang education kasi the only thing that is permanent in this world is what change. Kaya nga kung tatanong mo, diploma o diskarte, dapat dalawa po siya ang pinakang-best. And then, ang next naman, ang tanong ano kaya ang thinking process ng isang MVP? Bakit ba siya, dami-dami niyang kumpanya?
You must have made Paco so happy.
What's the thinking nga ba when you're looking at companies to acquire? Somebody scouts, ikaw talaga mismo.
Mainly myself. You know, you just look for the lacunae, the
Weaknesses.
or the deficits or the holes. Like, you know, we import our food. Why do we import our food? Why can't we raise our own food?
Ayun pala, okay. Isang sikreto pala kung paano tumitingin si Mr. MVP ng kumpanya. Pinag-aaralan niya kung ano yung parang weakness at ano yung problema. Ito lang, just to give you an idea and perspective po. Kung gusto niyo talaga kumita ng pera, no, kailangan malaman po natin yung problema. Mag-offer tayo ng solution. That's the time magkakaroon ka ng produkto at saka ng opportunity. Ano po ang problema na binili po ni MVP? Lately, ito matindi talaga. Sobrang galing talaga. Ang lately na pinapurchase po ng MVP group of companies are hospital. Alam mo ba yung Makati Med? Alam mo ba yung De Los Santos Hospital? Yung Cardinal Santos? I think Davao Doctor Hospital. Lahat ng mga hospital, karamihan ng mga hospital ay meron ng shares at pag-aari na rin ng MVP Group of Companies. Why will a businessman buy the hospital and corner the hospital market? Simple lang po. Because MVP knows one of the major problem in the Philippines is what we call as the healthcare industry. That's number one. Number two, alam po niya that the 110 million Filipinos are aging. Tumatanda na. So, all you need to do is just project what does an aging market needs. Ang problema, health. Di ba? Ang solution, kailangan gumaling. Habang may tumatanda, habang may nagkakasakit, nakikita mo kung paano sila mag-isip. I want to challenge you also to think like a billionaire. Ang dapat gawin mo, hanap ka ng target market. Anong problema? Mag-offer ka ng solution. That's the time you develop a product and a service. I hope you are learning from this session. Grabe, no? We're really prying into the minds of a really brilliant person. Pero bago tayo magpatuloy, batiin muna natin si RJRT Channel, si Rosie Hyacinth, maraming salamat, and House Design from Qatar. MVP thoughts naman, kung mas mahirap ba yumaman sa panahon ngayon, ano kaya masabi niya?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. There are still opportunities, many opportunities, as changes occur. If you have that mindset, you'll never progress. This country will never progress. And that's what I despair about our youth. They seem to be, like my apostles, they seem to be entitled. When I was your age, I keep telling them, you know, I worked very hard. I was very disciplined, blah, blah, blah. But they're very casual about these things.
Siya na mismo nagsabi ayan hindi mahirap daw maging bilyonaryo compared sa dati. Sa totoo lang, I totally agree with that. Kasi nung panahon po namin, isama ko na wala pang internet, wala pang lahat. Diba? Ang hirap magbenta noon. Kasi house to house, door to door, person to person. Paano mo mapopromote ang ano mo? You have to go through newspaper ads. Paano pupunta newspaper ads? Magbabayad ka na. TV, radio during that time, yan ang promotion mo. Not everyone can afford to do that. Likewise, like yung famous kangkong chips, si Josh Mojica. Kung dadaling ko siya sa panahon ni MVP, mahirapan talaga yung maging milyonaryo. Kasi nga, walang social media. Pero ngayon, because of technology, because of online, because of free advertising through social media, mas madali pong yumaman ngayon. So, wala kang excuse. Ikaw nanonood sa akin na talagang guminhawa ang buhay mo kung gusto mo lang talagang pag-aralan. Ang isang problema lang ng kabataan na sinabi po niya, because of the entitlement mentality. Yan ang reality. Yan ang kailangan natin talagang pag-usapan to. Oo. Ano pa kaya ang ma-elaborate po ni MVP regarding the next generation?
The Philippines pamper their youth.
In a way. Well, that's one of the reasons I left. But after a while, I felt that the extended family system offers you the cocoon of comfort. Because you know that if you become jobless or sick or whatever, your mom will always be there, right, to care for you. So that's a good part of it, like technology. But also the bad part of it, it stifles initiative, personal accountability, personal responsibility, and your desire to fulfill yourself as a person by yourself. And I felt that way, and that's one of the major reasons I went to Hong Kong.
Yun, grabe. Ayun, no? Yun yung problema. Kaya nga shout out lang ako sa mga magulang, no? At mga kabataan na nanonood ng video na ito. Ito po si Chito Chinquinho. Kung ikaw ay nasa comfort zone, lahat provided, may bahay, may pagkain, may kuryente, kung magpapatuloy ang ganitong mindset mo, kapatid, kung ikaw ay kabataan ngayon, panay gamings ka na lang, panay Netflix ka na lang, panay gimmick ka na lang, saan ka pupulutin? Yun ang reality. Di ba? Forever ka na lang ba aasa sa magulang mo? 30 plus ka na, nandiyan ka pa rin. Imagine mo, may mga iba, may anak na, pati yung diaper at gatas, inaasa mo sa magulang mo. Diba? Nakakaya yun. Sinasabi nga ni MVP na yung accountability and responsibility nawawala. Kung ikaw naman ay magulang na nakikinig at nanonood ng video na ito, kailan mo naman hahamunin, i-challenge ang inyong mga anak, diba, na lumabas at gumawa ng paraan. Kailangan maging independent po sila, kailangan magkamali po sila, kailangan masaktan po sila. That's the reason why, para sa mga taong nakikinig at nanonood ngayon, prove us wrong, yung mga young generation ngayon, na hindi kayo entitled. Paano mo papapatunayan yun? By becoming independent, responsible, gawin yun dapat. Ano kaya ang huling mapapayo ni MVP para sa mga taong gustong sumubok sa buhay?
Diba?
What drives you? It's not the money, for sure.
It helps.
You're eyeing this opportunity and you go into battle, I suppose, something like that.
Yes, I mean, I think most business people have that. The thrill of the chase.
Yeah.
When you're doing a deal, your adrenaline just pumps up. And sometimes you're in competition with other business groups, so you have to be on top of your game if you want to win that particular prize. And then the satisfaction of winning and the despair of losing, right? There's always that. But you learn lessons from both, no? To be magnanimous in your success and not get through your head.
Ilan na ba? I mean, do you...
Well, I was promiscuous when I was young in Hong Kong. We buy anything on site, but it's the same lesson for failures. Right?
Don't look back also. Don't dwell. Don't
Not too much, but you should feel it, because if you don't, then it's not worth the price, isn't it? So forget about it. It's not worth it. But you should feel it and learn from it. Somebody said you get closer to God through your failures.
Grabe talaga. Napakaganda na sinabi ni MVP na, yun nga, you learn from your failures. Failure is part of success. Kung ikaw ay nasasaktan, nabibigo ka, ibig sabihin, kasama yan sa iyong tagumpay. You and I should never afraid to take risks. Marami rin siyang failures eh. As a matter of fact, even right now, ina-admit niya, ang isang problema niya, yung TV station pa rin niya, di ba? Which we are part of, na hanggang ngayon probably hindi pa rin siya profitable. So ilang taon na yan, ha? We're talking about at least 12 years. 12 years. It's bleeding. Kaya nga, be brave, no? We should take chances. Pag may opportunities, huwag tayo matakot na mag-fail. Alam mo, matakot tayo if you do not try at all. I don't want you to live in a world of what if, sana naman. I want you to live in a world of what? Opportunities. Kaya nga mga friendship, no? Sana naman in this episode of ours, ano ba yung natutunan natin ulit? Kay MVP, na kailangan po, again, importante po na diploma and diskarte, kailangan matuto po tayo. Di ba na kailangan natin ng both? At the same time, no, isipin din po natin, pag nag-acquire ka ng mga companies na kung gusto mo kumita, look at the problem, offer the solution. That's the time you will have an opportunity. And then number 3, di ba? Yung i-challenge po natin ang mga kabataan ngayon to step out of their comfort zone. Importante po yan. Huwag natin sila i-pamper. And last but not the least po, ang napakahalaga is learn how to cope with failure. Failure is part of what? Success. Yan ang daan ng tagumpay. Huwag kayong matakot. Sana naman kayo po ay na-enlighten sa episode na ito. There's so much to learn from successful people. And as I listen to these wise people and I apply their principles, I know in time I will be called also successful just like them. Kaya I want you also to apply what you have learned today. Eh, kayo, ano yung natutunan mo, ano nagustuhan mo sa episode natin na ito? Paki-comment sa comment section. Tatandaan, tamang karunungan, tamang disiplina po ang susi sa pagyaman.